do realize that it didn't, you know, I didn't get kicked around for a long time trying to make it. And I'm so grateful for that. I just basically went through one compromising album, and that was it.
Yeah.
So I feel pretty lucky about that.
I've been breathing in secondhand smoke since I was a very young child, singing in clubs and watching bar fights and all of the same stuff that everyone else has gone through, but I started at a very, very young age. And along the way, I've done all kinds of different music, different type of performances. I mean, you know, the show at Deerhurst was very diverse. I did a lot of dancing and singing, and just a real variety show. But I've done R&B stuff. I've done, of course, a lot of country music because that's what I grew up singing. I never even put my guitar down till I was about 15 or 16 years old. I hardly ever played without it. You know, I was this country girl that would stand still and play my guitar and sing. It came to the point where I really thought, okay, I've done enough performing as an artist without any products. I wanted to have a product to promote the next time I got on stage. You know, I thought, you know, when I get up on that stage, I want to be singing my own stuff, and I want to be singing things that people know that are mine. And I called out my manager at that time. She wasn't my manager yet. She was just a lady that I'd known for many years in the music industry, and I said, I really feel it's time that I start recording. I need to get out. I want to get out to more people, and the only way to do that is get on the radio, and you don't get on the radio unless you got a record. And so she said, well, let me see what I can do. She called me back in about a week and said, listen, there's someone that I've known off and on throughout the years in Nashville, Mr. Richard Frank, and he's going to come to see you showcase in Huntsville at the Deerhurst Resort. And he did. He came to see me and basically went back to Nashville and got a whole bunch of people on side.
I thought I was going into this wonderful new creative experience, and I was going to be able to like express all this stuff that I'd been working on over all this time, and then I got there and realized that nobody was really interested. So, but I was fairly lighthearted about it then because I was just getting started. I had a lot of this, you know, excitement about this new world and new life that I was, you know, taking on, and so I had a lot of bounce back in me. So it didn't discourage me to the point where I thought, you know, I guess I'll just work my way back up north, you know. And I decided at the time to go with it and realize, hey, I am new in town. Realize that they have a system here and a way of doing things. And I went with it and I made my first record. It was a great stepping stone for me. I think I made the right decision at the time because I stuck it out even though it wasn't my way. We liked each other's personality on the phone. I mean, I think you can tell a lot by a person's voice by speaking to somebody because you're not looking at them and you're judging everything by the personality in their voice. So, and I think you can take a lot from that. And we were very attracted to each other even at that point. Not in a, I would say more on a friendship level.
Mutt wanted to meet her, and I came with him to Nashville because I was working on a song with him. And the whole reason he was there was to meet Shania. He had a crush on her for whatever reason.
Wow.
And so he went to meet her.
And then when we got together and started writing is a very intimate process. You really get inside each other's imaginations and everything like that, and it can be a lot of fun too. So we started to get pretty close during that time and just got to know each other really well through songwriting. But we never really revealed, I mean, we are very, maybe even a bit withdrawn. We're not necessarily easy people to get to know. But we had no problems getting to know each other.
If you hadn't met him, Shania, do you think that you would be where you are today?
No, I can say that very categorically. I think we have been good for each other. I mean, Mutt's biggest successes have been with me. And how would I ever have known where my future was going to go when I met him, because I hadn't even gotten started yet. I don't know if either one of us would have achieved what we've achieved without each other.
once this album came out, that was it. Everything just took off.
Is this real diamond?
We're just lucky with the timing. I think a lot of people out there that have grown up listening to rock can still relate to our music, but yet the people that love country still relate to it. For some reason, it's got just enough of both elements to attract the masses, and that's Mutt's talent, because he just has a really good sense of what balance is. He's a very good gauge. Someone has to gauge that. Yeah. He's the producer. That's what he does, you know, and he's very good at that. But he never stops me from expressing, you know, all the things that I want to do at the same time. He's very, very good at incorporating all of my input. Once upon a time, I was nobody, and now all of a sudden I'm getting all this attention. No, it's fun, and I'm liking it a lot. Last '95 went by just like that, and I never really saw any of it happening. And now it's '96, and I'm getting a chance to look back on it all and say, wow, I've really come a long way, and even just a year, so it's been pretty crazy. I've been told, you know, this is now happening in country music and whatnot. I mean, whether it's because of, I mean, it's not because of me. I'm sure that just people maybe were inspired, and maybe some people within the industry said, wow, you know, we've got an artist who's got something that we wouldn't have considered 6 months ago or a year ago, but now that Shania's doing that, so it's not like, I think the artists who've come out with things that you maybe hadn't seen before in country, they obviously always had all of that going on. It's just the industry's opened up to them now. I
honestly believe that Mutt Lange was responsible for bringing hard rock music to the masses with both of them albums, you know, Pyromania and Hysteria. It actually took it to a totally different place, you know, even different countries. And the same with country, you know, it was still very much a Nashville thing at that period, you know, and people liked country, and it was getting bigger, but it really crossed over. I mean, she'd done like 2 albums that done like 18 million just in the States alone.
What I wish I could have been was a fly on the wall of every office in Nashville when that record started to break, because like they just didn't want to know.
No one needs to know right now. The way I saw myself, the way I saw my videos, the image I saw, the way I saw the music and everything, it was just coming from an honest place. But as I started to try to put these things into, you know, make them a reality, then people would say, oh, I don't think they're going to like that, or that's never going to get on the radio, or that's never going to get on TV. Well, then I started to realize, wow, I'm just running into all these walls. It was quite frustrating.
They hated the fact that
he was an outsider.
Absolutely, it wasn't pure. You know, it was like they were tainting it.
This guy's bastardizing our music, and then within 6 months, they're all going, sign me an artist that sounds like Shania.
The thing is, you can't put it in a bottle anyway. So, first of all, the Mutt factor is, I mean, that's unique to Mutt. He's a talent all on his own. And we are a team, and together we just have had lots of luck or whatever, success. Together we've had a power together. More success than he's ever had on his own, and certainly more than I had ever anticipated for my future. I do my own grocery shopping and take Asia for walks and go to the park, and I have complete privacy. I feel very at home here. Maybe it's too partly because Asia was born here. You know, this is his home. This is where he's going to be from. So maybe I feel more of a connection through that even.
It always made me very uncomfortable to be the center of attention. I was very happy. I loved to sing. I still love to sing. I love to write music. But I never, I don't think I'll ever be comfortable being the center of attention, actually.
My favorite moments in all of this is when I'm on stage and the fans are there. If that was my whole entire career, and it was isolated to that, I would be happy. I'm not counting records when I'm standing up on stage and people are singing along with the music and the whole vibe is happening and it's loud and it's exciting. And that's the fun part. That's what I get out of it.